Hello and welcome to the Business Profile Program. My name is Art Cardos, and I've been hosting this program for over 20 years. I meet a lot of interesting businesses, a lot of interesting people. And the one thing I've learned over and over again is that if I have a choice, I want to do business locally. So we encourage you now, stay with us on this program and meet some local businesses that are operating right here in our local community.
My name is Haley Faust, and what I appreciate most about my education at St. Michael the Archangel is the advantage of growing academically while also growing in my faith. I then went on to Allentown Central Catholic and proceeded to go to Villanova University, and now I'm pursuing a career in oncology research at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Thank you, St. Mike's, for building a foundation.
Are you drowning in IRS debt and not sure what to do? Have years of unfiled returns? Are you receiving threatening letters? Is your paycheck being garnished? Your bank accounts frozen? Or even worse, is the tax man knocking at your door?
Jim Corvino here at Corvino & Verwise. We help people resolve tax problems every day. For over 40 years, and additionally, being certified tax resolution specialists, we set ourselves apart from other resolution firms. Regardless of how much you owe or how many years have not been filed, we can help you resolve your problem.
When you look at who to vote for and how it relates to the rights of conscience, you have to understand that what our Declaration of Independence says, our founding document, it sets forth 5 principles of government, and anyone who goes into government is to support those 5 principles. And the first principle there it says that there is a moral law. It was called the laws of nature and nature's God. Between the Bible and nature, we know what right and wrong is. We can tell. God tells us clearly, don't steal and don't kill and don't purge. That's a moral law. So we start with a moral law that comes from God. The second thing says, oh, by the way, there is a God. So we acknowledge that there is a creator. The third thing the Declaration tells us is that God gives us a certain set of inalienable rights.
Learn about these 5 principles and much more on September 26th when David Barton comes to the Westover Golf Club to give us a spiritual history lesson. This event is hosted by WFYL 1180 Radio and sponsored by Altronic Security Systems, Social Seed Media, Randy Roberts Health Markets, First Search Optimization, and TV Marketing and Promotions.
I love what you've done with the place.
You never know when a thief can strike, but you can always be ready with Altronic Security full system monitoring to secure all your valuable assets and your family. Always feel secure with your app-driven system so you can check on your pets and change your thermostat right from your smartphone or tablet.
Oh, the kids look so grown up.
Mommy, there's someone at the window.
Altronic Security Systems. Stop unwanted guests.
On this segment, we're joined by Jim Corvino from Corvino & Verwise. And Jim, thank you for taking a minute to be with us. I know that at Corvino & Verwise, you do taxes, all types of taxes, but most importantly, you're a specialist with the IRS. You help people resolve things, and you are certified to do that. Let's talk about that a little bit, because if someone's watching this or listening, and maybe the IRS has sent them some letters, give us a little background on how that can hurt people, because they might get frightened and they need to talk to somebody.
Well, usually people ignore the letters. They think the certified letters are the important ones. And they come into our office not opening any letters or the certified letters. And by that time, their case is pretty far gone. Many people come into our office where their bank accounts have been levied, or their wages have been garnished. And from this point, our job is to draw the case back to its original source and obtain various information from the IRS with IRS files to get a picture of the IRS standpoint. Then we get information on personal finances and a history from the client and their personal life that led to this. And we begin the case. Usually it's individuals. They may have gone through divorce and not filed their taxes, or they may have owed a few years and they're afraid to file their taxes. Businesses that had a downturn or had a bad debt from a large vendor or customer get into financial trouble and don't pay the payroll taxes on their employees, creating a debt. And it usually, I would say half the clients come in timely, and half come in when the case is far into the IRS, where someone's knocked on their door, hit their bank account, or levied other sources of revenue, such as pensions, investments, this type of thing.
Is it hard to resolve these things? I mean, someone could be watching and they're saying to themselves, man, I don't know what to do. You know, I get these letters and I'm not sure where to turn. I don't even know if I can afford to ever pay what they're asking me. Where do you begin? How do you begin helping someone?
Well, we have a streamlined system that we were mentored on many, many years ago, and it works for us. We begin by drawing the case back to step one and finding the sources of the problem. And as I said, the IRS viewpoint, the client's viewpoint, and find options for the clients that come in. Usually there's 4 or 5 options to resolve their problems. Unfortunately, sometimes we make it look so easy, because we've done over 7,000 cases at this time, that it's kind of repetitious for us.
Yeah. So if someone wants to come in, is it a free consultation at the beginning?
Yes, we give normally a half hour to 40-minute free consultation to both individuals and businesses.
So that would be a really smart thing to do, because at that point they could decide what's best, if they want to proceed. Because I think I heard you say once too that if they give you the power of attorney, you handle everything and they don't have to deal with the IRS again.
It's usual 99.9% of the time that they never have to deal with the IRS. We do all that for them. Usually people come into our office who have paid major league money to another firm, and they tell us that they never get the same person twice on the phone, or they don't get responses. They paid a fortune and they got nothing. Some of them are skeptical to give us a retainer, but we do work that way. And by the time our interview is over and they meet our very handful of staff that work on their case, they're comfortable enough to hire us at that time.
Does it matter how much they owe? Some people might owe a little amount. Very rarely probably does that happen, because they put fees and levies on, or taxes on there, or whatever, other fees. But does it matter if it's a large amount?
No. As a matter of fact, if a client fits into a situation where they can settle with the IRS, let's just say for $2,000, sometimes $100, we've gone as low as $100. And they owe $50,000, $100,000, $10 million, whatever the fee is, that's what they fit into. And that usually is the settlement we try and attain for them.
Well, are we leaving something out? I mean, really, it's about taxes. So if you've done your taxes, first of all, they should have came to you in advance, had their taxes done right, and then none of this would be a problem. But if they ran into a situation, even if they haven't used you to do their taxes, you accept clients in that regard.
99.9% of the clients that we represent, we've never done anything for before. We do find that there are a lot of tax preparers that are unregulated, and some regulated, that really have not done a tip-top job in their tax return itself. That could have been the cause of why they got audited, or with respect to owing money, that probably has nothing to do with it, but 99.9% of the clients we get are not ours, of course. Our clients are kind of blue chip at this time.
Final word. Somebody's listening, or they know someone that is carrying the weight of knowing they owe the IRS. What should they do?
Well, I would say they should contact us for the free initial consultation. Many people bring their girlfriend, wife, mother, uncle who did their tax return. Whatever they would like to take to the interview, it's free. They have nothing to lose, and perhaps everything to gain.
Hi, my name is Max Ebert, and I went here to St. Michael the Archangel School. One of the things I really liked about St. Michael's was the teachers and their passion for inspiring me as well as my classmates and our learning. My teachers here at St. Mike's really helped to fuel my passion for politics. So from here I went on to Allentown Central Catholic, and I'm currently studying at Catholic University in Washington, D.C., where I'm pursuing a career in politics and national security.
For those of you that enjoy hearing the truth about American history, please join us for an extraordinary opportunity to hear David Barton take us on a trip through our history. David is the author of numerous best-selling books, with the subjects being drawn largely from his massive library of tens of thousands of original writings from the founding era. He has been described as America's historian, and Time magazine called him a hero to millions. In fact, Newsmax named him one of America's top 100 most influential evangelicals, and Time magazine named him as one of America's top 25. David has received the Who's Who in Education, Dar's Medal of Honor, and the George Washington Honor Medal from the Freedom Foundation at Valley Ford. This event will take place on Thursday, September 26th at the Westover Golf Club located in Jeffersonville, PA from 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Tickets are $50 per person. This event is hosted by WFYL 1180 AM Radio and sponsored by Altronic Security Systems, Social Seed Media, Randy Roberts Health Markets, First Search Optimization, and TV Marketing and Promotions. Buy your ticket online today at WFYL1180.com. Seating is limited. On this segment, we're joined by Bill Zeke, and we're talking about health markets. And Bill, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule for a moment to give us an explanation of health markets. But let's start out with that, because health today means a lot of different things to a lot of people. And tell us a little bit, or give us an overview of health markets.
Okay. Well, good morning, Art. As far as health markets is concerned, what we are is we are one of the largest health insurance providers in the United States. And while we do have the name health markets on our signs, we are actually independent agents. And the key part about that is the word independent. I do not sell strictly products that have the health markets name on them. We do have some products that are ours, but the best thing I can do for my customers is to put together the proper package. So I get to pick and choose from everything that's available, whether it's the marketplace plans, the supplements, or all of the available products on the Medicare market. We put them all together to get our customers the very best possible plan.
You probably run into a lot of different situations, but now today, if someone doesn't have health coverage, or if they have poor health coverage, is that the person you help? Like, what does the client that's watching this, how do they know that you can help them? I mean, what, are they people without health care, health insurance?
Well, actually, I like to tell people that almost anybody that I could meet walking on the street, if they take the time, I can talk to them about what it is they have. And more importantly, we like to tell people what their coverage doesn't provide for them. I had a gentleman just yesterday who has COBRA. He lost his job, just took the COBRA coverage that he had no idea that he's paying about 3 times what it is I could offer him. And mine was a lot more comprehensive. But again, the average person doesn't know exactly what's available to them until they get a chance to talk with us.
I know some of the choices that people run into have to do with their deductibles, you know, and so everybody's always looking probably for the best price, but you have to also educate them on the best overall plan, right?
Yeah, that's correct. You mentioned the word deductible. The 2 parts of an insurance policy that the average person knows most is, what's my copay when I walk through the door at my doctor's office, and what is my overall deductible? And they have a tendency to shop more in that line of thinking. And while everybody would love to pay only $5 to see a doctor, or they would like to only have possibly a personal deductible of $1,000 for the year, they're going to wind up paying a very large premium amount for that policy. Again, earlier this week, I had a woman who called me. She said their whole family of 4, they're all healthy. Each one of them goes to a doctor once per year. And she wants to get this extremely low deductible. And I helped to educate her in the fact that, so you want to pay me, not me, but an insurance company, $600, $700, $800 a month so that you can have a $5 doctor payment once a year. And I told her, I said, if I showed you a way where you could maybe pay $30 to go to your doctor once a year, but only have to pay that company $100 or $150 a month, you can save thousands of dollars over the course of a year. And she suddenly, the light bulb went off for her, and she realized that, hey, yeah, that's something I'd like to see.
Well, and that's something you have to think about. Now, I mean, there's worst case scenarios where people have to pay hundreds of dollars just just on an ER visit if they're not insured properly. So what should people look for? Like you just mentioned some of it, but what are some of the things people should look for in choosing health insurance?
Well, first off, we always try to determine with the people what are their exact needs and what are their dollar amounts as far as budgeting is concerned. And hopefully they've got needs which kind of align themselves with a budget. We don't want them to be at opposite ends of the spectrum. But as far as what we try to educate them in is, like I said, the average insurance guy who typically represents his company only, he just tells people, oh, my plan is this, my plan is that. What we like to do is we like to point out to everybody that no matter what the plan is, there are shortfalls, which are commonly referred to as gaps. So we try to show people that in the event that you have a certain policy, we have something that can help you to fill in that gap. Should you have something such as a major illness, a major accident, a hospitalization that certainly is unplanned. So that's the important part, because a well thought out plan can often accomplish that for lesser dollars than one of those plans I mentioned earlier about the low deductible, the low co-payment type things.
So how do you charge for your services? I mean, it sounds like a great education here. You're giving a lot of information to people. How do you charge for that?
Actually, there is no charge. They just come in here, we sit with them on average, it's about an hour, but they don't pay me a dime to do that. I actually get compensated through the various insurance companies that we place the coverages with. So there again, being an independent, I've got a whole list of these places that I can choose to put one piece from each different carrier oftentimes together, and that's how it all comes together for these people. So what they have is they have their premium. They have no fee associated with me whatsoever.
So do they come to the office, or do you go to them?
It depends on them, but I will do either. So we meet somebody after dinner at their dining room table. So whatever fits.
And the office is here in Bethlehem?
Yes, our office is on Pennsylvania Avenue. It's 1424 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Final word, Bill. What do we want to leave people thinking about? I mean, they need to have health insurance, they need to have coverage, and they sure don't want to go broke with the coverage that they have.
Mm-hmm. Well, I like I said, I stress the fact that I'm willing to speak with anyone, even those who have some coverages through their employers, because some employer plans aren't that good as far as what they get for what they pay. So I just want people to understand that there's a lot of value out there, and there's a lot of things that the average person doesn't know about the coverages that are available. Like I said, I can't stress enough the fact that we make sure people understand what a particular product does not do, because there's every product that has something that they do not do. And again, we hope to meet their needs and their budget based on their conversations with us so that they'll be happy with it.
My name is Maureen Joyce, and I graduated St. Michael the Archangel School in 2008. What I appreciate most about St. Michael's is the small class sizes, allowing me to have extra help where I needed it most. After graduating from St. Michael's, I attended Central Catholic, and I graduated in 2012. After that, I attended Villanova University, where I studied chemistry. I now work in research in a hospital in Boston. Thank you, St. Mike's, for everything.
Hi, my name is the American Freedom Tiger. For those of you that enjoy hearing the truth about American history, please join us for an extraordinary opportunity to hear David Barton take us on a trip through our history. David is the author of numerous best-selling books, with the subjects being drawn largely from his massive library of tens of thousands of original writings from the founding era. He has been described as America's historian, and Time magazine called him a hero to millions. In fact, Newsmax has named him one of America's top 100 most influential evangelicals, and Time magazine named him one of America's top 25. David has received the Who's Who in Education, Dar's Medal of Honor, and the George Washington Honor Medal from the Freedom Foundation at Valley Forge. This event will take place on Thursday, September 26th at the Westover Golf Course located in Jeffersonville, Pennsylvania from 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Tickets are $50 per person. This event is hosted by WFYL 1180 AM radio and sponsored by Altronic Security Systems, Social Seed Media, Randy Roberts Health Markets, First Search Optimization, and TV Marketing and Promotions. Buy your ticket online today at WFYL1180am.com. Don't wait, seating is limited.
As the years turn, it's only natural your needs will evolve and possibly outgrow the current spaces in your home. That doesn't mean you need a new home, just a new way to reimagine the space you've got to work with. Don't just hire a construction crew. Bring in a partner you can trust from concept to completion. Anthony Builders. The best way to start is with a phone call. Contact us to discuss your project or arrange an evaluation. To find out about everything we do, visit us online. Thanks.
Choosing to build a home is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. At RKA Custom Homes and Remodeling, we answer all your questions. We build great custom homes and we work hard to earn our customers' trust. With more than a decade of experience in residential construction, we are a family business and we treat you like family. Just ask anyone who has built with us.
Hi, I'm Cliff with ABE Car Care. How do you know when you need a battery? How often do you check your battery? Most people wait until they can't start the car. That's too late. There are some warning signs. You get it in the morning and you turn the key and it cranks a little slow or sounds a little odd. That's a sign your battery's getting weak. If you're under the hood and you look at the battery and there's corrosion on the terminals, also a sign. That's a battery that's venting too hard, which means it's charging too hard, it's getting work too hard. We check batteries every time we change the oil. It's just a good, safe way to keep you on the road.
On this segment, we are joined by J. Wilson Enterprises Incorporated. I'm here with Jeff, and we're talking about something really interesting, Jeff. It's called slate roofing, because that's what you do. You're a specialist, and slate roofing is unique to itself. So maybe you can start out, tell us a little bit about your company and exactly what you do.
Okay, we started the business in 1983, spring of 1983, and we specialize in nothing but slate. We do slate roof installations, restorations, and repairs. Anything from coming out and replacing an entire church roof per se, or just coming out and replacing a few slate, whatever might be needed.
Now, slate is a specialty because today not everyone has slate, but the people who have slate know they have slate. And is there any difference in companies that do slate roofing? I mean, obviously everybody would say they do the best job, but there's different ways to approach it, aren't there?
Yes, I mean, we try to educate all our customers to the asset of owning a slate roof, okay? And the most important thing is maintaining it properly, okay? And there's certainly a different skill set for working on slate roofs versus doing slate roofing as a sideline, possibly, where you do a bunch of other types of roofing as well. We just work on slate roofs here. We're specialists just in slate, and it takes a little bit more of a knack, if you will, and knowledge than your general roofing.
So if someone doesn't have a slate roof and they'd like to have one installed from scratch, you do that also? And what's the advantage to doing that?
Yeah, we do new installations as well as re-roofing, restorations, repairs. The slate that we use is all going to test S1. The majority of it's going to come from Vermont, okay, possibly imported from Canada as well. They've got a nice slate, and you're looking at a 200-year roof if done properly.
That's the reason right there. It's a 200-year roof. I mean, who thinks about that kind of stuff? So when we're talking about repairing slate roofs, so someone in the area or out of the area, how far do you reach for that?
We go about 60-mile radius from our home base, which is in Saylorsburg, Pennsylvania.
Okay. And so when somebody has a roof that is slate, of course, they don't want it to get worse. They want it repaired because if it's leaking, it's going to only make matters worse, right?
Correct, yes.
So the sooner you...
Yeah, absolutely. And these older slate roofs, and a lot of customers say, it's my understanding with a slate roof that you need yearly maintenance, okay? Well, in the ownership of most everybody today, you know, other than the new roofs that we've put on, they bought a home with a slate roof that's already been on 60, 70, 80, maybe even 100 years. So yearly maintenance or maintenance every 2 years, or at least an inspection, okay, is certainly the best idea.
So for repairing a slate roof. Now, I know you educated me when we were talking earlier. Slate comes from different areas. And depending on what area your slate is from, do you try to match it, or do you try to get a superior slate, or how does that work?
With our repair end, okay, we try to match color as best we can. Very difficult, probably our biggest challenge. Even if the homeowner had slate left over from the initial installation, okay, most likely it was kept in the garage, the basement, wherever. Unless it has been sitting outside weathering, it's not going to match perfect. We do our best.
You do your best, and you try to blend it in.
Absolutely.
And that's what having an experienced crew is all about. You have several crews, right? And you have experienced slate people.
Yes, I have 7 full-time employees. All go through our in-house training program, if you will. And my foremans have been with me 20 plus years. And yes, slate roofing is all we do, and we're very good at it.
So what are we leaving out? Somebody's watching this, and they know they have to get that roof looked at. They know that roof has got to be repaired. What should they be thinking? What should they do? What's their next step?
Well, just give us a call, okay? Fill out the contact form, okay, on the website perhaps, and submit that. And it's a free inspection, report and proposal. We come out, put a ladder up to the eave gutter line, so to speak, do a very thorough inspection, take pictures during the inspection, email you, a report of findings, a summary of what we found with the photos, try to bring you to the roof, if you will. If I send a proposal out, I want to replace 100 pieces, you quickly learn why once you view the photos, and we go over them together. Just give us a call. I'll be happy to help you. It's no cost for the inspection report or proposal within our service area.
You may have a great business, but if you want anyone to find it, you need search engine optimization. Over 90% of buyers searching Google never look past the first page of results. When you're on page 2, they'll never even see you. Yet, most companies that claim to offer SEO, they don't do the real work it takes to rank you on the first page. You pay hundreds or thousands of dollars monthly for SEO that gets you nowhere. SEO is complicated. When not properly executed, it can really hurt your business. It requires experience, ongoing maintenance, and most importantly, extensive research. First SEO Web gets results because our SEO is custom tailored to your specific products, services, and service area. We make it our business to grow your business by turning cyber shoppers into your clients. When you want guaranteed results, call First SEO Web for a free consultation.
Hi, my name is Tyler Azzulli. I attended St. Michael the Archangel School. What I appreciate most about St. Michael's School is the close-knit community and the Catholic basis that it provided me, and that greatly helped me later in life to pursue my career. I attended Central Catholic High School in Allentown, and I went on to DeSales University, where I pursued a education in medicine, become a physician assistant. I currently work at Lehigh Valley Hospital in orthopedic trauma as a physician assistant. I'd like to thank St. Mike's for everything they've given me to provide a basis for this. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Cliff with ABE Car Care Center, 2 locations here in Allentown, Tillman Street and South 5th Street. Today's cars have a check engine light, which is a device to let you know that the self-diagnostic system is indicating a problem. This person had a check engine light on and he let it go too long. And he had a cooling fan situation. The cooling fans weren't running fast enough. Well, he let it go too long and it led to an overheating problem. And now we're changing a head gasket.
I'm Brad Baylor, owner of Baylor's Top-Notch Tree Service. This is my wife, Samantha Baylor. I started my business about 10 years ago, and I didn't know much about accounting, but I knew trees. So I got myself in a little bit of trouble with the IRS, and thanks to Corvino and Verwise, they took $250,000 that I owed them, turned it into $3,500.
And by the way, going to Corvino and Verwise was my idea.
Jim Corvino here at Corvino and Verwise. We help people resolve tax problems every day.